Well, hello everyone. Today I'm going to make the video about making bean sprout again. But this is the second part. The first part I use different technique, and it's become pretty good. But this is the video today. I'm going to make I use different technique a little bit, and give you more information that I forgot or I didn't give you on the last video. So this is the second part of making bean sprout. First of all, after you soak in the water, as the last video I said about 4 or 5 hours, but in this case this one I soak for about 24 hours. I believe this is the better way, soak for 24 hours, because when you start to see the bean sprout start to sprout, as you can see some of them, let me see if I can show you one, like maybe this one. You can see the little roots start to come out. See it? A little baby root start to come out. That is the best time to work on it, because 4 or 5 hours, it's not expand all the way. It still needs a lot of moisture to expand. So this little root right here is good to work on it. And the second thing I want to show is the water in the bowl. After you soak for 24 hours, you need to dump this water out, put fresh water in, and wash them out, and then hand pick whatever you can, that the one had die out, or the one that no good, have no juice on it, need to get them out also. So I'm going to pour this water out and drain it out. And try to apply as much water as I can. Because the old water, after you soak for 24 hours, it kind of dark, and the taste of the bean sprout, when it pull in that dark water, the taste may be a little bit bitter also. Therefore that water needs to be dumped out. There you can see some of them, only the shell but no bean, like some of this. You can hand pick them out. You can see they float on top of the water, so it can come out pretty easy. There, another one float on top. See, the one floating is no good, nothing but the empty shell. Anyway, let me get one for you to see. There, see it? It's an empty shell, so float on top of the water. After you do it fill time, make sure it's clean, nothing but fresh, clean water in it. There, a few more still floating. Okay, water now is clear and clean, so pretty good to work on it right now. I'm going to show you the second part next. The last video I was using the basket, but this video I'm going to do different. I'm going to use this container. It's clear, so I think this is the better way, because instead of open up the paper to see what it is, then you can look through the clear container. You can see what's going on. And and instead of paper, this this experiment, I'm use the foam. You see, this is the foam. Foam maybe about 3/4 thick on top, and about probably 1 inch thick on the bottom. Let's see, pretty thick there. I believe the foam better than paper. First thing, it thicker, and second thing, it hold more moisture than the paper, and it always dry on the top, so the sprout, the bean won't be too soaking wet. But if I press down, there are a lot of moisture, a lot of water. You see it, a lot of water in it. So I think foam is much better. It hold more water, and it dry on top. So I think this is the best way to do it. And now I'm going to pour the bean in. And I think I try to spread them out evenly. Try not to let one stand on top of the other as much as you can. There, that's how it is. Okay, and now I'm going to put the lid, which is another piece of foaming, back on. And this time I'm not going to do anything heavy to put on top. The reason for it is the foam with water on it. It's pretty heavy. I can feel it. So I think it's okay to go, and I'm going to leave it like that. You see how it is, and always moist in there. And if it wet, if it dry, I just spray water on top, sprinkle some water on top, then it should be good to go. And this time, same thing at the last, I'm going to use the cooler. I'm going to use the cooler. To keep my bean sprout rolling inside, and the cooler, it had a little bit water on it from the last time, so you see the side of it, it's moist, so we'll keep it moist in there, and then it keep it away from the light, so that's going to be good. I don't think I need the lid, because when I close the lid from the cooler lid, then it should be okay. Everything will be moist in there and dark, no light. So this experiment, the second video, this one, it's I think going to be good. Okay, after about 10 hours or so, 8 to 10 hours, I'm going to open the lid out and see how the bean sprout going. I've got to put it somewhere. Okay, by looking right here, as you can tell, they are growing extremely well, and on the bottom are moisture till the dark line right there. I don't know, I can't point it because I'm holding one hand with the camera, one hand with my hand. So you see the dark line, that is the water, and on the top of the foam is still dry. It's not like dry, completely dry, but it's water not collected on the top of the bottom piece. Okay, and now as you see right here, nothing but wet. It's wet. So this look at the top of the foam, you think it's dry, but it's actually a lot of moisture there. If you can see there, it's a lot of moisture. So the moisture, it doesn't stay on the top of this piece of foam, but it stay on the bottom, See, and that's how it keep the bean always moist and wet. And now I open it down for you to see. Beautiful, they are growing. So this is the first 8 to 10 hours. That's how it look like. A lot of roots start to grow, and it's going to be beautiful with sprout later on. Because making video, that's why I open it up for you guys to see what it look like in the first 8-10 hours. But when you do at home, you don't have to open it up, because try to avoid the light heated as much as you can. The more light heated, the more greener it's going to be, and it's going to taste bitter instead of sweet. So try to avoid for it contact to the light. And here again, look at the bottom, see a lot of them growing strong. I'm going to turn around to the other side, let you see how the other side look like. See, about the same, but they're growing extremely well. Okay, so now I'm going to put it back in the cooler. And again, the cooler has a little bit water on it, and not a whole lot, maybe a quarter of an inch, just for keep the cooler always moist in here, will not dry it out. It help a little bit with the water evaporation, and it will help to moist the top piece of foam as well. Okay, now I'm going to close the lid. Yeah, today is about 24 hours after I put in the cooler. Now I'm going to open out to see how it's going. Started out, I check out for the moisture. They are good. Moisture good. Just, you can see a lot of water on the side of the cooler. On the side of the cooler. So it's good. It's not dry. All those moisture come up from the little bit of water I put on the bottom. That's what the little bit of water on the bottom is for. Evaporate up. Now I'm going to see. Probably it's heavy. I don't think I can lift them up one hand. Oh, and then show you guys all in the back. Okay, now I'm put on a container. As you can see right here, a little dark, but basically they are growing. It's about an inch long now, most of them, as you can tell. Let me turn to the other side. Yeah, this side about the same. It's about an inch long. Let me put my finger in there, give you something to compare. Yeah, so basically they're growing good, extremely good. And if I noted the foam, when it started out yesterday, it was way down flat. Now it's almost even with the top of the tray. So the bean sprout is push it up, even though this foam is pretty heavy, because it's soaked with the water. Let me see. Let's see. You can see it's watery, even though on the top it looked dry, but I can feel it wet. When press it in, you can see it's darker because the moisture, the water. Now I'm going to open it up. Let's see. Yeah, it looks really good. They're growing. People say growing like a weed, but we should say growing like a bean sprout. They are long. You see, this one is right here. It's about an inch So this one. So I would say I can harvest tonight, which is like 36 hours, or give it a little bit more time, will be tomorrow morning, which is 48 hours. I think it should be perfect to harvest, but let's wait and see. So this is the after 24 hours what it look like. Okay, now it is Sunday night, which is around 36 hours. I'm going to open it up and see how it goes. Need to pick it up by one hand, and it's getting heavy. Put on a bucket and see how it goes. Well, started out, look on the bottom. Now you can see it grow. The foam right here used to be way down. Now it's moving up, which is mean the bean sprout growing and push the foam up. The foam is still moist and wet. Let's see my hand. Even though it look dry on top, but actually there are a lot of water. If I press it down, you can see there are a lot of water. Okay, and look on the side of it. It's growing, some of them about, I would say, 2 inches long. Normally I would say about 3.5 inches long. It's good size to harvest. So now it's Sunday night. I would leave it all Sunday night, and then check it back on Monday morning and see how much it grow. I think I can harvest on Monday morning or Monday evening or so. It look good. I'm going to open the lid up a little, the foam up a little, and see how it goes. They look extremely good. Let's see if I can pick one. This one is upside down, so I'm going to pick this one up and see how it goes. There. So there's somewhere about 2 inches. I would give it one more night and probably one more day, which is Monday night, and then harvest. It should be about 3 inches or so. So far it look really good. I'm impressed, and I think this is a good way. I have not seen anybody do the way I am doing right now, but I think this is turned out to be good after all. Okay, now it is Monday morning, which is 48 hours. I'm going to open it up and see how it's going. Just look at it. Check out the moisture. It's pretty wet around inside the cooler. And first thing I noticed, the foam right here, it filled up above the top of the container, which is it grow at least 1.5 inches or 2 inches or so, because when it grow it pushes up the foam. Now I'm going to pick it up and see how it is. It's going to be hard with one hand, but I'll try somehow. Maybe put my hand on the bottom of the joint of the. Here it is. Now look at it. They grow extremely well. I'm going to try to turn on the other side. Try to do it one hand, it's hard. Okay, look at it. they are growing extremely good. They are basically at least I would say 2.5 inches maybe. Let's put it down. And so we can see what inside. See, you guys see now it grown, the foam grown above the tray. When I started out it's way down here, but now it's growing because the bean sprout pushes it up. Look at it, how beautiful they are. I'm going to just pull one, whichever one, just pull one out and see. It's a good looking one. See how long they are there. So basically with the root in it, it's probably about 3.5 inches, but without the root probably about 2.5 maybe. So they growing good. Come on, go back down there. Okay, and basically they are okay to harvest now, but I was leave it for until today. Today I'm going to work, so I'm going to harvest after work, which is this evening, Monday evening, and I'm going to make the last video tonight for you guys to see how it is. Okay, bye. Well, the final moment is here. Monday night I'm going to open it up and going to collect them. As you see, it growing way over the top, and here it is. See if I can get it. Look at that, beautiful. Let me see how long they are. Basically about 3 inches long, probably. Yeah. Okay, so final thought is soak your mung bean in 24 hours and then put in some kind of flat container with wet paper towel on the bottom, or in this case I use foam. You can do that also. Bottom and top, mung bean in the middle, and try to look at it and check them out every day or twice a day, it depends. So it takes like 3 days to get it done, to become how it is. Okay, and good luck. Okay, this is final, and after pull it out, you guys can see how it is. Beautiful. The light is kind of a little bit dark in the house, so it make look like a red one, but on this side right here probably look much better. It's clear and white. So this is beautiful. Success. Okay, if you have any questions, just give me a comment below, and I can answer whatever I can. Bye bye now.